Sorry, Mom. I don't think I'll be able to go to the cemetery today for the anniversary of Grandma's passing.
Why? Did something happen? You said you were going to take that day off from work.
I got the day off from work, but I'm not feeling well. I haven't been feeling well since last month.
Wow, that is a long time to not be doing well. Do you have a fever?
Not really, but my body temperature is a little higher than usual. I think the problem is coming from my stomach. I also feel a little nauseous.
I wonder what it is. Have you gone to see the doctor?
Yeah, I went to my normal practitioner the other day. She said it could just be the stomach flu that has been going around.
It's going around here at my clinic too. If you've been throwing up and having diarrhea, you need to be careful that you don't get dehydrated. The stomach flu isn't easy to deal with.
I was prescribed some medicine, and I've been making sure to take in a lot of fluids.
Yeah? Do you think they are working?
Not really. Not much change. I've also felt really tired these days.
It sounds like it's more than just the stomach flu. Maybe you should get that checked up at a bigger clinic or even at a hospital.
You really think so? When I go, could you come with me? Having a knowledgeable nurse like you by my side would be better.
If I'm not on duty that day, then of course I'll go with you. Anyways, don't worry about coming to the cemetery. Just get some rest.
Okay. Thank you, and sorry. I really wanted to go. Make sure to tell her that I really wish I could have been there. I'll go and visit her another time once I'm feeling better.
Yeah, I can do that. It's a shame you can't come because a lot of your cousins and aunts and uncles are coming with me.
Yeah, I was looking forward to the reunion too, but I don't feel up to it. I might also pass what I have on to someone else. I don't want everyone to worry about me either, so I guess it's for the best.
That's true. It's better if you just sit out for this 1 year. What about Greg? How is he doing? I haven't seen him in a while too.
He's fine. He quit smoking recently.
He did now? That's great news. Good for him. He was such a heavy smoker. I was worried that he would develop something. Not to mention all the money he was wasting on those terrible things.
I'm glad that he quit smoking, but another problem had come out of it. He's always hungry now. He gained about 40 pounds since he quit.
40 pounds? That much? That's quite a lot to gain in such a short amount of time.
I've lost weight because of the stomach flu, and he gained what I lost and more.
Well, they say when you quit smoking, your taste buds recover so everything tastes better.
That could be true. He's hungry all the time. He's insatiable, and it's becoming a problem. We're spending twice as much on food. When I'm home, I'm always cooking something for him all the time. That's contributing to my tiredness.
Why doesn't Greg make his own food?
That's a great question. I should ask him to do that. I'm already tired from work. When I get home, I have to make these big meals for him. It's all very tiring. On top of that, he doesn't help with any of the housework.
He might be feeling a lot of stress since he quit smoking. His eating could also just be a temporary drawback from quitting too.
I keep telling myself that too. I sure hope that's all that it is and it's just a phase. I've been trying to cook healthy food for him. It's not just the cooking itself. Constantly having to think about what to cook next is just as draining.
When you're not feeling well, it brings your mood down as well too, doesn't it? Why don't you do something that makes you happy?
Yeah, I'll try that. Thanks. For now, all I want to do is rest.
When will you be home? You haven't made any food. Where did you go?
I have a fever.
And? Where's my food?
I went to the hospital to get it checked and they told me that I have to be admitted. I have some inflammation, so I need to stay overnight for observation. They said that it could be a tumor.
Oh, yeah? What about my food?
Have you been reading what I'm sending? This isn't the time to talk about that. Why are you only worried about your food? Aren't you even a little worried about me and my health?
My meals are important to me. Aren't you worried about my health? Food is life and I live to eat.
My life is on the line here. You're big enough to make your own food.
I've never cooked before.
Give it a go. You never know if you don't try. It's not rocket science. Challenge yourself for once. Why not start with making scrambled eggs?
It's your job to make food for me.
What do you mean, my job? I've been wanting to say this for a very long time now, but you're leaving most of the housework to me. It's too much.
Well, I have to work. When I get back, I'm too tired to do anything.
What about me? I go to work too.
That's your role in the household. Women do all the housework. That's the way the world works. Men are hunters, so we're not good with stuff like that.
That's a ridiculous way of thinking. We aren't living in the Stone Ages anymore. Men and women can both do the housework. Don't just make something up to excuse your laziness.
I'm just not good at it then. I don't want to eat something that's not going to taste good, and I know I can't make anything worth eating.
Anyway, I'll be staying in the hospital for a while, so do something about it yourself. You should be fine by yourself for a few days. The supermarket has ready-made meals. You can even just go out and get takeout.
But I want homemade meals.
It'll only be for a few days. Just put up with it.
I don't even like the food choice at the supermarket. Homemade is so much better.
Well, you can't have homemade. You're asking for the impossible. Even if I wasn't admitted into the hospital, I can't always cook for you in this condition that I'm in. I get so dizzy that I can't even stand for that long in the kitchen.
You're making such a big deal about a fever.
I'm making a big deal exactly because it's not just a fever. I'm saying I'm in a hospital, not a hotel. What part of that don't you get? Gosh, you can't be serious. If you're not going to show appreciation for what I do, could you at least show some concern for me?
Fine, whatever. You're annoying, and I guess you really aren't going to cook for me. If you can't even make food for me, then I have no use for you. You're good for nothing.
Just because I won't be able to make a few meals for you, you're going to say that? To treat me like that? You're acting like a child. Grow up already. Besides, why are you that focused on food? This is unhealthy.
I can't calm down unless I have something to eat. You know what they say when you get hungry and angry. Well, I'm hangry all the time. I can hide my hanger during work, but I don't have to do that when I'm at home. I need to eat. I need something in my mouth.
It's bad for you to eat all the time. You're basically just boredom eating. If you wreck your body with eating, then there was no point to you quitting smoking.
Well, this is better than smoking, isn't it? It was you who wanted me to quit in the first place. I did something for you, so now you owe me. Don't be stingy on my food.
I wanted you to quit for your own good. I was worried about your body. You smoked too much in a day back then. You almost smoked 3 packs.
You didn't make me quit for my health. You just wanted to save the money that I spent on cigarettes. And now you want to save money on food too, don't you? You're taking everything away from me. You're being stingy and cheap. You suck the fun out of everything.
What is making you think like that? Talking to you is making me feel even worse. I can't believe you. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep now.
Hey, what were the results? When will you be discharged from the hospital? What will you do about my meals? Hurry up and get back here.
My daughter will no longer make your food for you.
Huh? Daughter?
This is Amanda's mother. It's been a while since we last saw each other, Greg.
Angela?
Even though your wife is in the hospital, you weren't concerned for even a second. You didn't think to come visit her to make sure she was okay? How heartless and cruel of you.
No, that's not it. I was busy with work. I was planning on going after work tonight.
I don't want to hear your excuses. I don't know the details yet, but my daughter's illness is quite serious. And you are one of the reasons that it has gotten this bad.
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything to her health.
Between work and taking care of the house, my daughter hasn't even had a day of rest. You don't help her. All you do is badger her so she's tired physically and mentally.
Still, that has nothing to do with her illness. I'm just as busy as she is.
Her body has always been weak, even when she was a child. You drove her to the brink. You exhausted her to the point that she fell ill. There's a hole in her stomach. The doctor said that it is most likely caused by stress.
She probably just ate something that she wasn't supposed to. Again, that has nothing to do with me. So she has a bit of a stomach pain. That's all.
A bit of a stomach pain? That's all? You really don't care, and it's despicable. They found a tumor in her intestines. There's also a tumor near her uterus.
What? Does that mean she has cancer?
We don't know if the tumor is benign or not yet, but the tumors are probably the cause for her inflammation. Her blood work came back and it looked really bad. Everything was off the charts.
If it turns out to be cancer, will she need surgery? How is she doing right now? We still don't know that yet. They will think of the treatment once we know about what exactly her illness is. If it really is cancer, then it's going to be a big deal. It's also going to cost a lot of money. Of course it's going to cost money. Now's not the time to be thinking about money. It'll be a long time before she can go back and do any housework. What? What about my food? I'm going to have to keep buying cold food? What the hell are you saying? In the end, that's the only thing you care about. Even at a time like this, you only worry about your food. You are so pathetic. No, I also worry about Amanda's health. But food is important to me. I can't live without it. Are you really worried about my daughter? Or just worried if she can continue to be your personal chef or not? You said some really terrible things to her. You said, if you can't even make food for me, then I have no use for you. I only said that in the heat of the moment. We were arguing. I was so hungry. That's not what I was really thinking. But from hearing what my daughter said, you've been nothing but rude to her. No, I haven't. I just wanted to see if she'd be able to cook for me or not. Don't just take everything she says at face value. Greg, when you got married, you made a vow. You said that you would take care of her for the rest of your life. Those vows were a lie, weren't they? I am taking care of her. How? You only just asked about how she was doing when you realized how expensive surgery might be. Don't even think about visiting her at the hospital anymore. When she gets discharged from the hospital, I'm taking her to my house. Why? She's my wife. She belongs at her own house to recover. I'm not giving my daughter to you again. I've learned from my mistake the first time. I don't ever want you to see my daughter ever again. I'm taking her back. Are you being serious? Never again? I'm dead serious. You've caused my daughter a lot of stress and unhappiness. I'm taking her so she can escape from you. I don't know about all of that. I don't personally think I caused her any stress, but whatever. This isn't for you to decide. Amanda is a grown woman. She's not a little girl you need to helicopter over anymore. This problem is only between us. Then I will ask my daughter what she thinks. Greg, it's Amanda. If you were seriously that ill, you should have told me about it. Your mom is raging mad. I don't really understand why, but her anger has been directed at me. Sorry, I won't be able to talk too long. The doctors want me to rest and not to use the phone. But you heard everything from my mom, right? I was thinking of moving back with her once they let me out of here. But why? You live with me. This is your house too. I feel like I can't breathe when I'm with you. I won't be able to tolerate all the housework that you put on my shoulders. You're nothing but a heavy dead weight to me. So you're just going to run to your parents' house at the first sign of trouble? You're going to abandon all your duties as a wife. I don't remember signing up to be in charge of all my husband's meals. I also feel that if I were to stay with you, this illness will only get worse. Fine, do what you want. It won't make a difference if you're here or not. Is that what you really think? Are you saying that for real? That's pretty contradictory to what you've been saying the whole time I've been in here. I'm going to sell all your belongings and make money off of them. Then I'll be able to eat whatever I want. It'll be too late if you regret your decision once you leave the hospital. Oh, really? Fine. You can do whatever you want, too. Amanda, how have you been lately? You haven't contacted me at all. Are you okay? Fortunately, I've been doing a lot better. I can also attribute it to leaving you. It's about time we talk about the future and what we should be doing next. No, I can't do that. I can't see you for a while. I've been admitted into the hospital. Huh? Hospital? Did something happen? The doctors say I had a mini heart attack. They told me one of my arteries is partially clogged. When did this happen? Yesterday. I was eating at home when suddenly my chest began to hurt. I called the ambulance. Are you okay now? I was taken to the hospital right away, so I'm okay. But I can't move from this bed. Wow, a mini heart attack is really serious. What did the doctor tell you? The doctor said that my eating habits were so bad that my insides are all messed up. My cholesterol, blood sugar, blood pressure were all a lot higher than it should be. It was the first time I've gotten told off by the doctor. Well, you did gain all the weight in such a short amount of time. You also drink really heavily too. Of course your internal organs would all be a mess.
But now you're finally aware of it, and you are scared.
You leaving me was the final blow, it seems.
Why?
You cooked quite healthy meals, didn't you? You tried not to use a lot of oil, right? Only the smallest amount.
For your sake, I always kept your health in mind. Do you finally see what I was trying to do for you?
Yeah. After you left, all I ate were deep-fried foods or foods that were high in salt. I sold your handbags and your jewelry so I had some money. I ate a lot of burgers and got a lot of takeout. I ate everything that I wanted whenever I wanted.
I'm shocked and not shocked at the same time.
There was no one there to stop me, so I did whatever I wanted.
You weren't able to stop your gluttony.
I just couldn't resist food. Eating is when I have the most fun. It's when I feel the happiest.
So you stuffed yourself without having any sense to stop yourself from going overboard.
Amanda, please come back.
Why would I do that?
Come back and cook for me. If I ate what you cooked, I will be healthy again.
I was only barely able to keep you in check with my cooking.
That's not true.
No matter how healthy the food I make is, if you inhale it like a vacuum, you're going to be unhealthy. Even if I were to cook for you again, it wouldn't help if you don't do portion control. Don't you understand that?
But I don't have the confidence or the courage to do this alone. It's so suffocating in this hotel room. Please, Amanda, come back and stay at my side. Encourage me to do better.
When I was in the hospital, you didn't even spend 1 second worrying about me. But now that your body is in trouble, this is what you ask for? Do you really think that is fair?
I didn't know that being sick was this hard. To be honest, I wasn't taking your illness seriously. I apologized for that.
I got that feeling too. I knew you weren't taking me seriously. How else can you explain the way you said all those heartless things?
I'm truly so very sorry.
I was lucky that my tumors were all benign, so it wasn't that serious. Thanks to my treatment, my blood work looked great after that. You might be in deeper trouble than I was.
Right? So you should come and help me get through this. Please, I'm begging you.
No way.
Why? Do you hate me now or something?
My mom told me to break up with you, but I hesitated. I just couldn't do it.
Yes, that's because you are very kind. There's no way you can just abandon me at a time like this.
But after having this talk with you, I've made up my mind. You are too self-centered. I'm going to break up with you.
You're lying. At a time like this, you're just going to leave me all alone?
I'm just doing exactly what you did to me.
Just forgive me. You of all people should know how hard it is to be sick. But you're still going to abandon me? That's so heartless.
You're the last person who has any right to say that. You didn't show a shred of empathy to me when I was in the exact same situation you're in right now.
I'm able to sympathize and empathize with people.
Is that true? I don't think it is. So when I had that fever, you were showing sympathy?
Yes, I was. But I regret that it wasn't enough.
What did you say to me back then again? All you had to say to me was, "What about my food?" No matter what you say now, it's a little too late.
That I need you, Amanda. I finally want to be healthy. I want to eat your home cooking again.
That's not possible. If you cared more about me than food, then maybe things would be different right now.
I'm sick of hospital food. It doesn't have any taste at all. It doesn't make me want to eat it.
There are other places to eat at the hospital, aren't there? You should buy yourself something.
They put me on a strict diet. I'm not able to eat anything else. Only what they give me. I'm going crazy here.
Sounds perfect to me. You should be able to lose weight while you're in the hospital. But just changing what you eat won't change the fact that you're rotten on the inside. We continued to talk after that, and I decided to get a divorce. I wanted to get away from him as soon as possible, so we only divided our assets and belongings. My husband grumbled a bit about it, but he knew that I had no more feelings for him, so in the end, he agreed to the terms of the divorce. Greg continues to be plagued with bad health and is on various types of medication. Even after he was discharged from the hospital, he has to go back for checkups all the time. Despite this whole episode, he wasn't able to change his eating habits due to gluttony. My mother said that it would be better if he moved back in with his parents so they can monitor him. Otherwise, he was heading down a very dangerous path. His parents listened to my mother, so now he lives with his parents under strict observation and diet. To make sure that he doesn't try to go buy food, his money is also being closely managed by his parents. His withdrawal syndrome brought by his strict dietary restrictions weren't that bad compared to when he gave up smoking. But it's been hard on him nonetheless. He messages me every day complaining about how hungry he is. He complained to me so often that I just had to block him. After the divorce, my body and my mind became healthy again. I feel so much better than I did before. This has been all thanks to my mother, who had supported me through the hard times. I've recovered so well that I'm able to work again. From now on, I want to take good care of my own body.
Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.